World School, the most beautiful future. A world school is a must because the world and its people deserve the best future. But it has to be done right. Corruption has to be prevented right in the beginning. We just need to find a way that students can use to go around broken lectures. So probably a voting mechanism where the graduates have the most to say. They won't manipulate as hard because an education would destroy their future just as well, and no achiever will ever wish for that. An education, memorization, student debt, no real results are all an indication of a scam. The real scams produce no evidence, and sometimes people don't quite really truly see that they are participating in something that is bad. A lot of teachers just don't quite know what is going on, or what teaching is for that matter. But they really do know that they are doing something wrong. For one, when they identify what they call a gifted person, they will push them right through. They will protect them, in a way, from toxic education. This may sound nice and certainly helps a lot of people, but at the same time, they will terrorize those who don't know to learn on their own. So the so-called gifted person, all they are, is just a self-educated person. The ones under the threat of being held back don't have fully functioning homes, or their homes do not have the culture of aiming to become a wise and great being. Being held back is prison. You are forever branded as late. The classmates that were once family will now see you as a filthy pig. That is the picture that teachers and bullies create. They are not the good guys, even if they don't know that they are participating in fraud. All of our problems, every last one of them, climate change, pollution, nuclear war, are a direct result of ineffective or downright fake schools where teachers pretend to teach and help themselves to paychecks. More than that, school format and portability changes are required because we need to be able to place the world school in the hands of people moving away from danger zones. It has to be, at least at first, an inexpensive device, a music player that plays narrated books, which do help with stress and sleep and getting used to new places and new cultures. And above all, they help with removing them from whatever indoctrination they have suffered. This is a rechargeable device in the shape of a red heart, the universal symbol of love. People can grab them by a fistful at any border passing. Narrated by the trustworthy young people of the world, first in their native language and later in the most popular world language, so that people can learn by listening to one version and then learning from the other. These books will be read and reread hundreds of times. Listening to the popular language version will help with learning it. In the future, the language barrier can only make things worse or worse yet, can be used against humanity to create even more conflict and confusion. This century, the century that we live in today, is the century where the world comes together. Enabled by the broadening of culture that access to powerful books allows for, students will be able to move on to the next step, the world school, that is an interactive experience on a portable computer. This is a school that does not have grades, but rather computer game-like mechanics, where it is far more difficult to move several levels forward by cheating than to simply learn and grasp and comprehend the subject. This is a self-paced, self-directed program with the reward of remote work, temporary or otherwise, or first come, first serve. Here, in a private and dignified way, companies will be able to track student progress and place offers. A measure of student anonymity will secure their name if they reject them. It is a school, a way to get a job, and above all else, a place where a person can build a series of startups until one works out for them. Let me close with the following words. What would take one person 1 billion years to implement will only take 1 year if 1 billion people come together and help to create it. The school will build itself inside out, the way the World Encyclopedia did.